And then it seems as if, I might be wrong, but your assessment of this administration, I believe you're giving them the benefit of the doubt. Again, referring to the last homily you had, the public lecture on Christmas Day, where you talked about setting an agenda for the president. And it seemed as if, from the tone, I might be wrong again, that you believe he's on the right path and you're giving him the benefit of the doubt to work out. And so I'd like to hear your assessment.
What's the word to use now? I must make a quick admission that I'm not, I believe in this country. And whoever God places in a position to govern this country, I will try and support them as best as I can. As long as, not that they are doing what I want them to do, but as long as I can see that they are heading in the right direction. My 8 years of engaging Buhari had nothing to do, nothing personal. Now, I can give the vice president, how will I put it, the benefit of the doubt, because I've known him for a good bit of time. I've worked with him. I think I trust his commitment and his capacity. President Bola Tinubu, our president, I've known for quite a period, for quite a period of time. What's and all, I see and I hear that we are somehow in a very difficult situation, but I see a bit of commitment to continue with this journey. And all we can do is to continue to encourage those in government. So for me, if you ask me, 1 year is too early, but I think that if we put together all the pains and all the sufferings and all the agonies that have been inflicted on this country, I think that they've not been done out of a sense of malevolence. So if you talk about trust, yes, we trust those whom God has endowed with the responsibility of governing us. I also see and I hear and I see a lot of the things that are going on. And I think that, frankly, it is my hope that maybe down the line, in another 6 months, I imagine that things should be slightly, significantly different. So if you ask me, do I believe that this government can achieve what it wants to achieve? I believe my answer is yes. And I think you can also see that some of the things that people have, the agitation that people have made, that government has shown a bit of response in a way, a manner that we were not familiar with. So for me, anybody or any government that is prepared to take us a little bit away from where President Buhari left us, I'll be more than happy to support that process.
Where are we going? Where do we want to be as a nation? And you also talked about the mindset of, we keep saying, oh, rejigging security architecture and all of that. Trillions go down the drain, but we don't really get anything out of it. I mean, these are the factors on ground. And when you look at it, you talked consistently about the things that, President Buhari did not do right. But all of those persecutions are still there today, and nothing has improved. The state of the economy will be taken through an economic merry-go-round, and we are still where we are. Things have even gotten worse off. And you're saying we need a time for healing. When is it going to be the time? I think, Rufai, no wound heals in a day. And I think that what you are doing, let me tell you, unknown to you, you have established yourself, and not only three of you, all of you who are on the talking shows and so on, you underestimate the amount of influence you have on people. You don't know the number of people you inspire, but there is a limit to how much a negative journey can take you to. The map reading business is not something that a president does. And for me, my main concern and interest is that, look, contrary to the whole expectation, Nigerians think that one day they're going to find some Messiah who is going to come and I say, no, we can't have a Messiah in Nigeria, because if you have a Messiah, the Christians recognize him, the Muslims will not recognize him. The Muslims are also, in some segments of Islam, are expecting a Messiah. When he appears, the Christians will not. We're not looking for a Messiah, and there are no Messiahs anywhere. I'm not an opposition politician, but I'm also opposed to things that I see government is not doing right. So if you talk about healing, quite a lot is taking place. And I'm not talking about in relation to government. I think that despite all the challenges and the difficulties, we have a lot of bright spots here and there. There is evidence that we're in the right direction. Where we are not, the government is not doing well, or any government for that matter, it is important that we learn how to, as somebody said, make noise. But I don't think we can just assume that nothing is happening, nothing is changing. No, a lot of things are changing. And of course, unlike you, I'm a priest. So one of the things I market best is hope. And I think that's where that's where we differ. So no matter how difficult things may be, I have to find a reason to let people know that tomorrow will be better. Well,